Okay, so I'm gonna try to make this video as clear and concise as possible because I'm a little ADD, but I have your chart up here, so we're gonna take a look. I'm not gonna go too into detail. Well, I can, but I'm gonna do a basic chart reading for now, and then I want your feedback on it, and then I'll send a second one that goes into depth with aspects. But for now, I'm just gonna read the basics. So let's start off with your sun sign, right? Okay. Sun sign is a sign that everyone knows because all you need to know is the day of your birth. You don't need to know your birth time, right? Your sun sign is your personality traits, how you are around your friends, your family, coworkers, like people that know you, like that's who you are, your personality traits, characteristics, whatever, right? So your sun is in Taurus. And before we get into this, you need to know that there's 4 elements in astrology, okay? So there's fire, water, earth, and air, okay? So you're a Taurus, which is an earth sign. Earth signs, obviously, they're earth, right? So they're grounded. They're down-to-earth people for the most part. They're very reasonable, rational, less emotional than some of the other, like, water and fire signs. Crazy as fuck. They're more rational, and they think more with their head, logic, grounded, more simple, honestly, in some ways, but more grounded, right? So your sun is in Taurus, okay? So that's your personality trait. You're an earth sign, all right? And then I also want to mention, try to keep note of this if you can. So like besides the elements, right? There's also genders. So I'm just gonna say, I'll get into that later. There's fixed, mutable, and cardinal, okay? So fixed signs fixate on things, and I'll get into detail with that more because Taurus is a fixed sign. And then mutable signs go with the flow. Mutable, they're mutual, you know what I mean? It goes every which way. And cardinal signs take action. Okay, so Taurus is a fixed sign. So Taurus suns, all right. So I'm gonna talk about this, but everything that I'm saying, keep in mind, it's going to be a little bit altered by other aspects of your chart, but I'm just gonna try to keep this I'm gonna try to do this well for you. So, Sun in Taurus. Okay, first of all, a big thing about Taurus is, Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus is a planet of beauty, material items, relationships, love, pretty things, nice aesthetics, right? And Taurus, so there's Taurus and Libra are both Venus ruled. And Venus is more into Libra is more into the material shit. But Tauruses are very Tauruses are foodies. I'm a Taurus rising, you're probably a big foodie, okay? So that's a basic thing. But also Taurus is the bull sign, okay, right? The bull. Tauruses can be intimidating. Tauruses are an earth sign, which means they're fucking blunt. They're gonna tell you how the fuck it is, all right? They don't give a fuck about how you feel. If they feel a certain way, they're gonna act on it, okay? Tauruses, obviously, one of the biggest things that people know about Tauruses is they're very fucking stubborn. They're very fucking headstrong. It's very hard to change their opinion, change their mind on things, and especially because Taurus is a fixed sign. If they are fixed on a certain belief or a certain opinion about something, it is going to be very hard to sway a fucking Taurus. And, so Tauruses are fucking stubborn. They're very strong-headed. They're fucking bulls. They're strong. And a lot of people can't handle that because of that strong personality. But at the same time, Taurus has all this strong energy. They're very stubborn. They're very strong. They know what they want. They're grounded. They're rational people. They can tend sometimes to have a temper, but I feel like with Tauruses, you kind of have to push them to that point. But since your sun is in Taurus, it's kind of, you're probably a little more chill because Tauruses can also have a very laid back side to them. Tauruses are known to be lazy. I'm lazy as shit sometimes, a lot of the times, because being a fixed sign, you might get kind of fucking lazy about shit. Tauruses can get pretty fucking lazy. They want to chill. They just want to chill. They want to eat some fucking good food. They just want to vibe, okay? They might want to party. I'm going to need to look into the rest of your chart to see what type of Taurus you are. But for the most part, Tauruses are good with a fucking just chilling on the couch, few homies, kick back, fucking smoking some weed, eating some dank ass food, watching a fucking show, watching a movie. They're good with that. They're chilling with that. They're not super adventurous people. They're just chill. So That's your sun sign. That's your like personality traits. That's probably how people see you, is as a Taurus. You know, they can see you as chill. They can see you as also being stubborn though. You might be a little bit lazy. You love your food. Very strong headed. And you have a good like Tauruses. I feel like they're very like they have a good, what's that fucking term, like set head. They have a very good head on their shoulders. Okay, like they're very, and they're nice people. You know, they can be polite, but they can also, if they feel some type of way about something and there's something that they feel needs to be said, they're not gonna hold back. They're gonna tell you. Like if someone's pissing you off, if your friend is pissing you off or is doing something that you think is fucked up, you're not just gonna be passive aggressive. Tauruses are not passive aggressive. They're gonna tell you exactly why the fuck they're being bothered right now. And anyways, so that's your sun sign, right? Now let's go to your rising sign, okay? So your rising sign is going to be how other people perceive you when they first meet you, okay? So when they first meet you, how they perceive you when they don't really know you. Maybe they just met you. They've only met you a couple times, seen you around, even social media wise, like how they portray you on social media if they don't know you in real life. This is your rising sign, okay? It's how you come across to other people. But it does come into a little bit playing your actual personality, but it's more how you're gonna come across to people when you first are meeting them. And your rising is a Capricorn, which is another earth sign, so also another grounded sign. However, unlike Taurus, which is a fixed sign, like I said, there's fixed, mutable, and cardinal. Capricorn is a cardinal sign. It is also an earth sign, but it's cardinal. So Capricorns, I know a lot of Capricorns. I don't know a lot of Capricorn risings, but they like to take action. They're focused on their work. So you might seem like you're work-oriented. You probably, let me see. Yeah, you're probably pretty work-oriented. But you got a Mercury. So work-oriented, you probably come across as very serious because Capricorns, they're boring. They're so serious. Every Capricorn I've ever met has a huge personality, and that's only if they like you. But people might they might perceive you as being like a boring person, a closed off person, or a very like serious person. But you know, that's just how you come across to people. You know, you probably aren't putting on, like, you're probably not the biggest extrovert in the room as soon as you meet people. You're probably not chopping it the fuck up with people, but you might because you're Mercury and Aries. And all Aries do is want to fucking talk to everyone. We'll get there later. But yeah, let me see. Other things while sitting in Capricorn. Hold on. Rising Capricorn. I know most of this, but if I don't know too much about like a certain placement, if I haven't had a lot of experience with like meeting people of that, I'll look into it a little bit more. So let me do that for you. Yeah, I mean, like, okay, so, like, honestly, like, it's saying, like, oh, like, Capricorns, like, come across serious and they're really actually funny, which is so fucking true because every Capricorn I've ever met, like, I really get along with Capricorns, and, like, every Capricorn I've met, once they've opened up to me, they're the funniest fucking motherfuckers I've ever met. But also, you're a Taurus sun. You might be funny, I don't fucking know, but you probably aren't the most hilarious person because this isn't your sun sign, this is your rising. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Capricorns, like, my ex is a Capricorn, and he is very concerned about looking and appearing successful to people. He wants to, you know, make it look like he's doing something with his life. He is worried about what people think about him. Like, he's very concerned about what people fucking think about him, okay? Like, it's, like, to the point. My chart, I'm just like, bro, who the fuck cares? Like, fuck that shit. But he's like, he's very self-aware of the people around him, and when he first meets new people, he's like trying to like act a certain way because he's concerned about how they might feel, like how they perceive him, and he wants to come across like he has his shit together, even if that in that moment he does not have his shit together. They like to be fucking successful people. But that's just your rising sign. It's just how people portray you. But it does come into play a little bit with like who you actually are. Okay. And you are probably pretty responsible. I'm guessing at like a young age. You might have started working at a young age, or you might have had a lot of responsibility growing up, more responsibility than most kids have. So you naturally have like a sense of responsibility. You want to have control of things. You want structure. That can be very important to you. Okay, and let's see. So then we're gonna go. Okay, and then I'm gonna write all of this down actually because I want to keep track of something. Okay. So we have one fixed so far, and then one cardinal, and then I'm pretty sure Taurus is a masculine. So there's also masculine and feminine. So let me just explain this to you real quick. Is Taurus masculine? Let me explain this to you real quick, right? So, I'm just gonna use an example, but this applies to all of them. So, like, Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus, right? Taurus is the masculine. I fucking knew it. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, shit. Okay, sorry. So, Taurus is actually the feminine side of Venus, and the masculine side of Venus is Libra. So, Taurus and Libra are both ruled by Venus, but Taurus is a feminine and Libra is the masculine. Sorry if I'm being like kind of all over the place. I'm just a bit tired. I kicked my fucking ex out of my house today, so it's been a long ass day. Okay, so and then we're gonna do masculine. I'm gonna keep track of this, and feminine. So you know, and then you're Capricorn. Oh, okay. So you have two feminines. Okay. Anyways, going forward. So now we're gonna go to your moon sign. Okay, so your girl. Signs can be exalted, right? So like the best placement for a sun would be Aries. That's where it's exalted, and the